What is up, guys? It's your boy Raiden here today with another deck. This time we have something that is, well, for everyone, because it's a budget version of the deck, if you can make it a budget, because we are now in the era still in the era of those super hard-hitting decks, the expensive ones, right? Still Mew 3 expensive. Yeah, it is expensive. Malamar, you can say it's not, because the Malamars are in the theme deck. Dretinest, well, they kind of are, I believe, in the theme deck. But, getting the Jiraachis, getting other pieces for them can be rather expensive. There are a few other decks that also are expensive. So, I figured, even, the normal version of the Nuzzle deck is quite expensive. Let's make a budget version of the Nuzzle deck, because there's many people that just like Raichus, and they don't really have the Dennis, they don't really have Reshiroms, they don't really have Jiraachis, or, those really expensive trainer cards sometimes, right? So that is what I came up for you guys today. Like, this is actually the deck that I've done yesterday on stream for one of my friends. Hey Silly, that's the nickname, because he was like, hey, I would love to have that deck, but well, I don't have this, I don't have that, I'm just starting out. Is there a budget way of doing it? And well, it is. So again, getting certain cards, you have to open different packs, right? But if you would just go and start opening certain packs, those are not like hyper rare cards. And if you go to either my Twitch, my Discord, or any other streamer, if you would like ask, like, hey, maybe you have this card, they'll more likely give to you, because those cards are really common and not that expensive. So let's just go and check the deck out. So as you can see, we only playing 15 Pokemon, so we do have 4 Emolgas. Again, that's a common card, right? You can call it by the symbol. This means that is a common. So definitely 4 Emolgas right here, just for the retreat, Nuzzle and Nuzzle Gathering. Then we have 3 Pachirisus. Another common card, Pachirisu from Ultra Prism for the Snaggle Generator. So you want to have all the energy you can get on your bench, which is, with Snaggle Generator, you can actually put that energy on any Pokemon that has Nuzzle attack. And you fill your bench with Emolgas. Quite simple, right? Because you got Nuzzle Gathering, you just fill it up with that ability. So you go Nuzzle Gathering for another Emolga, for Emolga, for Emolga. Then depending on what you have, it's either Pachirisu or Pikachu. Then we go to, of course, Cosmic Eclipse cards, which is full line of Pikachus with Nuzzle. Again, another common. And this is a rare card, so that is gonna be a little bit harder to find, but it's not like overly complicated hard to find, especially now that, well, there's not a lot of hype right now around the Nuzzle deck. There's a lot of hype, about the brand new set. And again, this is the set that works really well with the no supported turn 1 rule, because you're really going here, right? Nuzzle Gathering just gives you your Pokemons. It gives you your pieces. All you really need is energy, right? So going with no supported turn 1, it's going to be even better, because, well, you still will have Quick Ball. So if you're not going to draw into something you want, you will have the Quick Ball excuse me, to get to where you want to. Then we have 4 Electropowers. Again, everyone has a ton of them. There are codes, there's everything. Quite easy to get. 2 Energy Spinners, 4 Pokégears 3.0, another card that it's not that hard to actually find. If you don't have 4, you can play 3, it's all fine. Then we have 2 Pokémon Communications, another super common card. Remember, Pokégear 3.0 actually is in a Sword and Shield set. It's a different art, right? But it's legal to play. It's the same card. It's just, reprinted. Then we have 1 Reset Stamp, 2 Switches. We get 1 Power Plant. Of course, I'm using gold, but of course, you're going to be using the regular one. 1 Thunder Mountain, 2 Viridian Forests, and 1 Brock's Grid to bring back the energy or the Pokemons that got knocked out. 4 Cynthias, which are really easy to get. 1 Hau, and again, Hau, you can go for Lillie right over here. If you're going 1 less Pokégear, you can go also for Lillie or for another judge. I went for Hau because when I was creating this deck, I felt like more people do have Hau sometimes, especially when they're starting out. But again, if you want to, you can just go for another Lillie, it's all good, or another judge. Then we have 2 judges, 2 Lilies, one Rosa from the new set. I know this is a rare card, and if you don't have a Rosa, you can actually go for the Judge, for the Lillie, right? So there are options, there are substitutes to that. Then we also have one Ear-Ringing Bell with 13 energy. That is it, that is the whole deck. As you can see now, there are no... there's not a lot of rares, right? Like literally there is Raichu, and there's Rosa that you can actually get rid of and put something else. Raichu, well, you kind of have to find it, but only playing one rare card is really on the better side, right? Because you don't go for the Drashes that are crazy expensive, you don't go for the Dene, you don't go for like the crazy GXs, Mysterious Treasures, you know, you name it, you're just not going for those pieces. Again, I'm also not using the tag team support. You can use tag team supporters if you want to. I'm not using them because for me, what I think, those supported line is easier just to get, you know, out of theme decks, out of, you know, packs. It's just a lot easier to get those than if I would say 2 tag calls, 2 Cynthia and Caitlyn, you know, all of that stuff. So we're definitely going like that, at least for now. Definitely we're going to do another version after Sword and Shield is going to come out, where we're going to just use a little bit more of Quick Balls and a few other things. So let's save the deck, let's go, let's play some games. Right, so we got a budget Nuzzle, and again, the whole deck list is down there below in the description, and if you want to build this deck IRL, there's a code for the TCG player as well. You can actually click on that link, and it's going to take you to the TCG player website, and you can purchase those cards IRL. And like, if you whatever, you know, honestly, if you're anywhere in the world, you can actually purchase from TCG player, and there's also 5% discount down there below on Professor Oak, so on online codes that you would like to. Alright, so we got an advantage against Hulk the Beast. Hulk the Beast. Alright, Hulk the Beast. I know why I said that, the Beast. I don't know why. I've lost the conflict. We're gonna go and play 2 games, right? We're gonna go and play 2 games in this video. So, what do you want to do, right? You don't want to go fast. This is not a bad start, because Emolga has a free retreat cost, right? So, there are 2 things you want to do. Right now, I'm still gonna play supported turn 1, because I can. Right, but remember, in the future you will not be able to if you go first. That's why Emolga is important for setting up your bench. So look at that, we got a Pikachu, right? I'm not playing this energy yet, because for me right now more important is the setup. So we're gonna set up actually 3 Emolgas and Pachirisu, right? Oh, sorry, I have to use this ability because I've already used that one. We're going to set up the Pachirisu. My opponent can't really knock me out during his first turn. So what I'm going to do is, I can actually, you know, if I want, I can keep that Emolga front. And actually, no, wait, let's browse the deck. Silly me. 2 Pikachu's prized. Okay, that's what we know. Let's take a look. Pokégear in my hand. Pokémon Communication in my hand. 1 Switch, I believe, is prized. Yes, 1 Switch is prized. Let's take a look. 1 Lillie is prized. 1 Energy and I can't really remind myself what's the last one. What the last one is. But okay, it's all good. I mean, it's nothing that, you know, that we need to set up, because we do want to have a lot of energy on the bench. So I went first because, honestly, even though I could have attacked, sometimes, you know, you're just, maybe you can start with Pikachu and it's a little bit scarier, right? It gets scary sometimes, depending on your start. So there we go. Pachirisu with the 70 HP. So normally, you know, if that would go second, that would be my attack, right? Snag Generator, and 5 energy would go on the bench. Well, I can't attack, it's my first turn, but because it's the first turn, I can actually draw 5 cards out of Lillie, and that's what I'm gonna do, right? So we're drawing 5 cards out of Lillie. I found a Raichu, and again, Emolgas can find you a Raichu, which is quite cool and important in the long run. So let's go. I'm passing the turn. Me Spirit, alright, we got Me Spirit, we got a Poipole, so we're gonna see a Naganadel over here. And we just wait, right? We just wait. So, as you can see now, Rosa is here if something gets knocked out, right? Because there's gonna be a lot of knockouts. We are just single price tag, right? First contact. Search up to 3 basic Pokemon, put them onto your bench. Okay. So right now my opponent knows that I'm playing a Nuzzle deck, and that I will put a lot of energy on my side of the board. So what we're doing is definitely a Raichu, but this energy from hand actually is going to go on one of the Emolgas, because Raichu is an attacker, right? He's going to get knocked out, and we want to keep the energy on the board. I can play Pokégear, maybe search for Cynthia. There we go, we got a Cynthia. Refresh my hand a little bit if I want to, right? So there is a possibility for me to refresh the hand right now, and well, I might actually do that. Let's take a look. We might actually get to some really cool cards. There we go. We got a Judge, we got a Pokégear, we got an Energy, we got almost everything. There's no really need for me to use the abilities right now. After Pachirisu is gonna get knocked out, yeah, I'm gonna have to use the ability, right? But snag the generator. Let's go. So ideally, right, the ideal turn for you is to have the snag the generator for 2 turns straight, because this gives you like the most energy you can get. Plus, of course, you know, you can actually draw yourself into Electropowers, which are fueling your Raichu's attack. So in this case, you know, it's 20 for each energy. So right now, I'm not counting this one because that I would get knocked out, but I'm counting this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 100, 120, 140 right now. That's what Raichu is dealing. With Electropower, that's 170. If I'm going to be able to put even more energy, then I will be able to pull this off. Of course, you might say, well, you should play Tapu Koko Prism. Yes, definitely, you know, Tapu Koko Prism belongs to this deck. It brings back the energy and, you know, it discards itself. But I feel like it's not on that. It's semi-budget for me, so I tried not to use it. But of course, you do want to use Tapu Koko Prism later, and you can just, you know, go to my deck that I had with that card. So now I have 2 options, right? I can go and play another energy somewhere here. That would be, or I can just go and play Snag the Generator, or just retreat. But then I would not have a lot of space. You know what? Let's just go. Total is 6, but 6 damage comes. So yeah, like if he's gonna go for the GX, right? Like if he's gonna go for the GX, he's just gonna destroy me. So I do have to be careful. So Snag the Generator. I'm only gonna take 2. Why I'm only taking 2? Well, first things first, I'm gonna need energy later in the game to fuel my Raichus, right? And the 2 is literally, you know, all we need, because we got 2, 4, 5, right? So that's 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. I mean, I've got Electropower to knock out Necrozma, because right now this Necrozma is my main enemy. This is main thing I have to focus now. So let's focus on it. Coffee's really good. And again, if anything gets knocked out on your side, you do want to, you know, first promote Emolga as an active because of the free retreat cost, because you never know what you're going to try to accomplish with the Nuzzle, right? And you might go to the Reshiram, right? Because the Reshiram is the Pokemon that goes with that deck, right? So now I'm going to retreat. I'm not playing this energy from hand. Like, I do want to preserve it for now. If I want to, I can actually, you know, but I do want to preserve it for a second. So we got a powerful spark. That should be a knockout, and that's a game. That's a game number 1. So we had a really good setup. So now I hope we're gonna go second. So Pachirisu will be able to attack turn 1 just to showcase that to you. So I forgot what I was saying. Reshiram, right? I was talking about Reshiram. So Reshiram, right? You do want to have, you know, later when you're gonna make it a normal version, you know, you want to have one Reshiram as a finisher, right? You know, because the Reshiram just fuels. Would you like to go first? Let's say no this time, right? This time we're gonna go second. We're gonna try to activate Pachirisu turn 1, and there we go, right? So the reason why I said sometimes that you don't really want to go second is because you end up with Pikachu, and that's exactly what happened. You can end up with Pikachu as your main, and we have a problem then, right? So this is the problem, you know, but it's great that it's showing here because I wanted to showcase that. So because we went second, lucky for me, we actually cut Flestata. So I'm like really lucky about that. Green's Exploration, so that is Green's Reshazad. So right now, you know, I'm gonna have to count on well, Emolga, right, or a Cynthia or any supporter. Normally, you know, I would probably count for quick balls, right, you know, post new set. And of course, you know, after new set releases, the new rule says they can't play supporter cards if they go first. So turn like that, impossible, right? He will not be able to actually go for the Green's exploration that turn, and he would not be able to get those two. Maybe, you know, if we draw tag call, but not likely. So definitely, you know, this slows down the pace of the game. The rule comes in 21st of February. Some leagues already play it. At pre-release events, you already played it probably, so you know what I'm talking about. So let's take a look, you know, because we are not in a good spot. Like, this is really bad. This is like really bad, and oh boy. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Okay, at least Nuzzle worked. Okay, Nuzzle worked, but he has a welder probably in his hand. Maybe a switch. Maybe we might see a switch. Yeah, another Green's exploration. For probably a welder and a switch. That's what I would say. Welder and a switch. Oh, Mellow and Lana and a switch. Alright. So we will see a switch and attachment of the energy. There we go. Come on, switch. The good old switcheroo that we all know. And just a flash starter. So I got a little bit lucky. I stalled a game a little bit. But yeah, this is not looking good for me. Like, this is really not looking pretty. I mean, I have to attack with all I have, all of my power, just to do something. And I know he has Mallow and Lana. I know he can hit for 110 damage. So it's not knocking out Raichu yet. Why I'm saying 110? Because he's gonna just manually attach the energy here to high hit blast, or use a welder, retreat with Mallow and... Okay, he can't really use Mallow and Lana though. Alright. So we see sometimes it's just a little bit safer to go first, just in case, just in that case, but oh boy, there goes Volcano. And of course today on the YouTube channel we will have the first round of the pre-release, so you don't want to miss that out. You don't want to miss the first round of our pre-release in the Vimiar. Okay, powerful spark. At least, you know, we got a knockout. It's, well, it is what it is. It depends on what we're gonna have here. It's Electropower. I mean, I'm still gonna fight, like, I'm not gonna give up. But with the Flash Strike, he can just do whatever he wants, and this is not a pretty sight. This is far from being pretty. But, you know, we can all say that this is, you know, oh, RNG, right? We can say that. The draw was quite poor, but at the same time, you know, this is a budget version of the deck, right? So it should just learn you how to play, and also, you know, show that, hey, with the right draws you can actually pull off those games if you know how. And definitely, you know, after the release of the new set, just slows down decks like Green's Reshazad, you know. Alright, that's an outrage, so next turn he wins if I'm not gonna, you know, do anything. And I'm unable to do anything. I mean, all I can do is literally a Nuzzle. But he does have... Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's go play game number 3. Because that was, you know, that was too fast. Like, those two games were super fast. Let's go play game number 3. Let's take a look at the game number 3. And, well... I mean, sometimes, you know, the draws are like that. It's all good. You can't really, you know, you can't really predict that. IRL, this happens IRL as well, right? So you can't really, you know, be like, oh man, that was super bad. It does happen IRL as well, right? Like, it is one of those things that is happening IRL, and you really can't do a lot of things about it, unfortunately, right? Which, at the end of the day, you know, it's all fine. All right, so let's take a look. What we're gonna have here, what we're gonna draw, and with what we're gonna work. See, dragging. Again, we've won a coin flip, so I want to risk it one more time. Would I like to go first? No, I want to risk one more time. And there we go, we got Pachirisu. I got a judge, I'm going second. So I might get myself to Emolgas. And that's going to be a key moment, right? Me getting that Emolga. Because when I'm going to get that Emolga, I know I'm good, right? Like, I know I'm fine. Oh, okay, well, you have a good deck. I do believe that actually might be also a Nuzzle deck. It might also be a Nuzzle deck. Like, I don't know, like, Psychic, I do think it's for Mew. But it does feel like a Nuzzle deck as well. Oh, Ghastly. Spell tag. Alright, this is quite interesting. Like, okay. Interesting approach to the deck. Definitely. I can't say that is not. Right, Cynthia. 6 is better than 4. Pachirisu. That is hit and miss. That is hit and miss. So, Nuzzle. I'm hitting and missing today. Really, hitting and missing today, which is not fun. Hitting and missing is no fun. Let's go. Let's take a look. Pokégear of 3.0 into nothing, so we're gonna go another Pokégear into a judge. So I mean, judge is gonna give me 4, and I'm gonna play energy on Pachirisu just so I'm not gonna lose the turn 4 attaching energy. Judge. Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking. Okay. There we go. So, Emolga. We're gonna go for Emolga. And here, you know, I only do need like one Nuzzle generator. I don't need actually 2 to be used. Which works for me. Because again, like, this is not a GX deck, right, that my opponent has. It's like, it is a deck. It's an interesting deck, definitely. And I know he has like an inner purpose. I'm just trying to figure it out slowly. Maybe putting damage counter. Like, I'm not putting a lot of energy from my hand though. But it may not be this Gengar that I think. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what is going to happen. Definitely spell tags are going to be the factor here, right? Spell tags can be a factor in this matchup. So, I'm assuming this is on your... Okay, so this is the one that puts 6 damage counters on your GX and EX, and he just deals 70 damage. And yeah, and I'm gonna be poisoned and all of that stuff. Okay, so I did thought it's gonna be a different Gengar, the one that if I attach energy from hand I get hit, but it's fortunately for me it is not. But again, this is a single price attacker with a free retreat cost, so I have to be careful. Alright, so retreat, Nuzzle Gathering, we're gonna have a Raichu, and Love the Hit. I'm gonna use Electropower because I might not actually have enough energy. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I have 120 damage. That's not enough energy to actually do anything. So Powerful Spark, that should be a knockout. 140, I believe. 150, yeah, because I had 120, and his HP was 130. He's gonna focus on this Pachirisu with 2 energies. Or not! Or not. There we go. A nice GG against another deck. So this is a budget version of a Nuzzle deck, guys. If you enjoyed that deck, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, more stuff. And thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to check me out also live on Twitch. Raven loves it. Goodbye and good night. Take care. Bye.